What the fuck do you know about love, huh? I know. You think your mother loved you, right? That's why you feel secure, right? That's why you have panic attacks and hide under the bed all day. That's why you're in therapy. That's why you fucked another man. Because you're so secure, right? Because your mother fucking loved you so fucking much. But what if she didn't? What if she didn't love you? Come on. You said it yourself. You gotta ask questions. Think outside the box sometimes, right? What if you're wrong? Because riddle me this. Who did your mother learn it from? You told me she was treated like shit, right? So where did she learn how to love? I tell you, from books, from TV, from fucking Hollywood spins. She gave you regurgitated stuff and showered you with unqualified praises. She told you you would inherit the fucking world and it was all bullshit. A simulation. Yeah, a cheap, superficial imitation of love by someone who didn't know the meaning of the word. And 30 years later, what's the result? You, a relegated degenerate, airhead of a person. You know what? You don't even know who you are. You don't know what you want. You don't know what to even think. Life throws you shit at you and you collapse. And you know why? Because there's no core to you. No foundation. No foundation. None of the things that's real love attributes to, like authenticity, complex, awkwardness, and how love builds. Your mother loved you like a child loves a doll. She didn't know any other way. And you know what? Neither do you. I don't know if I was loved, but I can sleep knowing I can spend more than 10 minutes in silence and I can look in the fucking mirror, unlike you. I called the school the other day and you know what they told me? You never went back there. They told me you was there on the first day last month and afterwards you never came back. Never, not once. It seems they got an email from me saying we decided to send you back to the old school. Nothing to say? When I think of how you had the balls to tell me you were getting A's and being invited to parties and whatnot, yet the whole time you were lying to me, what have you been doing these days? Going for walks, is that it? We give you a chance to climb back up, and what do? You do the exact same thing. You lie to everybody. Explain it to me. What's going on? Are you on drugs? I don't know what else to do with you. I'm telling you straight. I just don't know. I try to listen to you, to be there to you, give you strength, confidence, but obviously none of that's any use. You think you can live your life like this, just doing whatever you feel, what the hell you want, right? You feel like. That's what you do. Getting out of school, never taking any responsibility, refusing to grow up. What do you want? What are you going to do with your life? Tell me, what's going to become of you? Naturally, you have no answer. And stop staring at me like that. Are you trying to intimidate me? That's not going to work. I can tell you right away. Not with me, huh? When I was your age, my mother was sick. I wasn't seeing my father anymore. I had money problems, but I fought on. I fought on, and believe me, most days it was no joke. What happened to you? What is there in your life that's so dramatic that you're not able to go to school like everybody else? Answer me. Tell me. Why? Haven't I always done everything for you? I stayed with your mom all those years for your sake. Is this because I fell in love with another woman? Is that my crime? How is that any of your business? I have the right to reinvent my life. Fuck, it's my life. You hear me? It's my life. I just fucking killed Chuck. I think. I mean, he's just laying out there. He's not moving. I don't think he's breathing. I mean, there I was, just up on the roof with Marissa, talking, laughing, having a great time. I tell her she reminds me of Sandra Bullock. I tell her I love hope floats. Who knew those would be the magic words? Next thing I know, her clothes are off and we're loosening roof shingles like there's no tomorrow. And then there's the biting and kissing and touching, and suddenly someone starts beating on me. I mean, just pounding on me and growling. Yeah, growling. And I look up and there's Chuck. And I'm like, what's the problem? And he says, the problem is, dude, you're fucking my girlfriend. So I look at Marissa and I'm like, you're someone's girlfriend? And she says, no. Then he comes out. Chuck just wishes she was his girlfriend, but actually she's his cousin or something. So he got these feelings of guilt about wanting her. And then he starts crying, so that ruined the whole mood. Marissa puts her clothes on, she goes back down through the window, back into the party, and I'm left with Chuck, blubbering, whining, crying Chuck. And he starts in how he's just a total fuck up and how maybe he should just throw himself off the roof. And for a split second, I'm thinking, yes, throw yourself off the roof, do it. But I don't say that. I say, you're gonna get a girl, buddy. Just maybe not your cousin, okay? And then I gave him a friendly pat on the back and a nicely manly slap on the back, and he looked heavy. I mean, who knew he'd go flying? Who knew he'd go flying right off the roof? I'm sorry I'm not speaking. I'm sorry. I know it's weird, but I'm trying to work out this whole how to handle this who to be thing. Because I'm two different people with the two of you when you're separate. And now I'm in the middle and no one. I have absolutely no idea who I am. Everyone else seems to have a personality, a character, but I've never. I used to do voices, I remember this. And I don't think anyone can really understand it when I say it, but I remember one moment when I couldn't think of the sound of my own voice. And I've been doing high voices and northern voices and men's voices and impressions of teachers and my dad and people on the telly, and everyone was laughing. I tried to go back on my own voice, but I couldn't remember what it was. And I always stand in front of a mirror for ages, every day. I never know what to wear. When I go shopping for clothes, I bring her, and she says it's up to me. What do I like? And I think, I don't know. I don't have a fucking clue. Just choose something that isn't strange, where I don't look like a fucking idiot. You're so scared, you're even scared to say you're scared. Say it, you're scared. You're scared of taking a risk on my dreams. You're scared of your husband's dreams. You're scared to death. You think this is childish, right, Levy? I'm trying to help us here, get us free. I mean, really free, really. There's a horrible gravity to this place. I'm afraid if we don't get out soon, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Even if we go, the chances of us making it out there are very small. And you might be right, maybe. But you know, like the old runner, the cartoons, the road runner would run out right off a cliff and the coyote would chase after him. The road runner, he'd go beep, beep, and fly clear right across, never looking down. The coyote would run after him. He would run and run on, nothing but air. And only at the moment when he looked down, when he realized the impossibility of what he was doing, only then he would fall. But what if he never looked down? What if he made it? You know? Sure, it's only a cartoon. You're right about that. You keep telling me how we're in here, the real world, the real people who have to face reality, that the majority of restaurants fail, and how the majority of actors are out of work. That's your truth. But you're also looking down. You keep looking down. You say we've got vapors. You say we've got some elusive, ephemeral fantasy of a chance. But you're miserable here, sorry to say. Yes, you are useful here. You spend your days tending to the needs of the needy. But what about your needs? I want us to be happy. And we can't be happy here. We can't stay. Come on, Levy. Please, let's go.